morning, dear students. Today we are going to learn about the fatty acids, the nomenclature, the classification, and different types of fatty acids. So, before going to fatty acid, let us recollect a few important things which have been discussed with you in the previous classes. So lipids, by definition, they are the organic substances which are relatively insoluble in water but soluble in organic solvents like chloroform, ether, and benzene. And this is the reason the lipids require specialized transport vehicles for the transport in the body, and they are nothing but lipoproteins. So lipids are the organic substances which are relatively insoluble in water but soluble in organic solvents like chloroform, ether, and benzene. Then classification of lipids. Lipids are classified into three different types. They are simple lipids, complex lipids, and derived lipids. So simple lipid is the simplest form of the lipids, which consist of two things. They are esters of fatty acids with alcohol. So simple lipid consists of two things, that is fatty acid and alcohol. Depending on the type of the alcohol present, simple lipids are of two types, that is neutral fats, triacylglycerol or waxes. And neutral fat is the fat which is made up of fatty acid, and the alcohol present in the neutral fat is glycerol. But in the waxes are the simple lipids which is made up of esters of fatty acid and the alcohol is other than glycerol. So this is the important difference between the two types of simple lipids. So simple lipids are made up of fatty acid and alcohol. These simple lipids are of two different types based on the alcohol present in them. If the alcohol present in them is glycerol, the simple lipid is said to be neutral fat or triacylglycerol, and if the alcohol present in the simple lipid is other than glycerol, they are called as waxes. So here you can see the structure, how the triacylglycerol, that is neutral fat, is formed. That is glycerol, which is esterified with three fatty acids, that is R1, R2, and R3, to form a triacylglycerol. So glycerol is esterified with three fatty acids, that is R1, R2, R3. So waxes. So waxes is also a type of simple lipids which consist of fatty acid and alcohol is other than glycerol. Examples are beeswax. Then complex lipids. So complex lipids are the lipids which consist of fatty acid, alcohol, and an additional group. So here there is an additional group along with the fatty acid and alcohol when compared with the simple lipid. Simply we can say that a complex lipid is nothing but simple lipid with an additional group, because simple lipid consists of fatty acid and alcohol, and a complex lipid consists of fatty acid, alcohol, and an additional group. So depending on this additional group present in the complex lipid, this complex lipid is of three different types. So if the additional group present in the complex lipid is phosphoric acid, the complex lipid is said to be phospholipid. If the additional group present in the complex lipid is carbohydrate, then the complex lipid is called as glycolipid. If the additional group present in the complex lipid is protein, then the complex lipid is said to be lipoproteins. So these are the three major types of complex lipids. So phospholipid. So apart from fatty acid and alcohol, here as the phospholipid is the complex lipid, it consists of phosphoric acid as the additional group. So they also have the nitrogen containing bases along with them. The phospholipids are classified into two different types based on the alcohol present in them. So fatty acid plus alcohol plus additional group, that is phosphoric acid, is called as phospholipid. So if the alcohol present in them is glycerol, it is called as glycerophospholipid. If the alcohol present in the phospholipid is sphingosine, then it is called as sphingophospholipid. So here you can see the phospholipid. So phospholipid means it consists of fatty acid, alcohol, and phosphoric acid. So depending on this alcohol, if the alcohol present is glycerol, then it is glycerophospholipid. If the alcohol present is sphingosine, then it is sphingophospholipid. So here you can see the fatty acid, glycerol and phosphate. So this is glycerophospholipid. So they also have frequently nitrogen containing bases along with them. And glycerophospholipids example are phosphatidylcholine, that is nothing but lecithin, phosphatidylethanolammine, that is cephalin, phosphatidylserine, phosphatidylinositol, lysophospholipid, plasmalogens and cardiolipins. Then sphingospholipids. So here they are the phospholipid which consist of sphingosine as the alcohol, hence they are called as sphingophospholipid. So the alcohol present in them is sphingosine and the example is sphingomyelins. And glycolipids. So glycolipids, they do not contain phosphate as the additional group. Instead of phosphate, they contain carbohydrate as the additional group. So here glycolipid consists of fatty acid and the alcohol is sphingosine, and it consists of carbohydrate as the additional group with the nitrogen base. Hence they are called as glycolipids. The examples are cerebrocytes and gangliosides. Then lipoproteins. Lipoproteins are the complex lipid which consist of protein as the additional group along with the lipids. So the examples for lipoproteins are chylomicrons, very low density lipoproteins, low density lipoproteins and high density lipoproteins. So these are the complex lipids which are meant to transport the lipids inside the body to the different places, or they are also called as transport vehicles for the lipids, or they are also called as carriers of lipids in the body, where the chylomicron helps in transporting the lipids from the intestine to the liver, and very low density lipoprotein and low density lipoprotein helps in transport of lipid from the liver to the different parts of the body, and high density lipoproteins are very helpful and also called as good cholesterol because they helps in transport of lipids from the peripheral tissues to the liver. So these are the lipoproteins which are meant for the transport of lipids in the body. So they are also a type of complex lipids. Then derived lipids. So the products obtained after hydrolysis of simple and compound lipids which possess the characteristics of lipids are called as derived lipids. Examples are fatty acids, steroids, cholesterol, lipid soluble vitamins and hormones and ketone bodies. And functions of lipids. So lipids are also considered as very important substances because they are meant for the storage form of energy. Lipids are generally stored in the adipose tissues as a storage form of energy, and they are used whenever there is an emergency condition, utilized when there is non-availability of energy and non-availability of carbohydrates in the diet. At that time, this storage form of energy from the lipids is generated inside the body from adipocytes. So storage form of energy, and they form the structural components of the cell membranes. So lipids form the structural components of the cell membrane, and they act as the precursors of many steroid hormones like vitamin D. So they also help in production of internal organs, acts as an insulator for the internal organs due to the presence of lipids. Then fatty acid. Fatty acids are carboxylic acids with hydrocarbon side chains. So fatty acid, by definition, they are the carboxylic acids with hydrocarbon side chains. So any carboxylic acid with hydrocarbon side chain is called as a fatty acid. They are represented by a chemical formula, that is RCOOH, where there is a carboxylic acid and R is the side chain, that is hydrocarbon side chain. So fatty acids are amphipathic in nature. So definition, they are carboxylic acid with hydrocarbon side chain. Then classification of fatty acids. These fatty acids are classified into 4 different types. They are the straight chain fatty acids, branched chain fatty acids, substituted fatty acids, and cyclic fatty acids. The straight chain fatty acids are again classified into saturated fatty acids and unsaturated fatty acids. The saturated fatty acids are again classified into even carbon fatty acid and odd carbon fatty acid. The example for even carbon fatty acid are palmitic acid and stearic acid. The example of odd chain fatty acid example is propionic acid. And the examples for unsaturated fatty acid. Unsaturated fatty acids are also classified into two types, that is monoenoic acid and polyenoic acid. So the examples of monoenoic fatty acid are oleic acid, and the examples of polyenoic fatty acid are linoleic acid, linolenic acid, and arachidonic acid. And the examples for branched chain fatty acids are isovaleric acid and isobutyric acid. And the examples for substituted fatty acid are lactic acid, cerebronic acid, and oxynervonic acid. And the examples for cyclic fatty acids are chalmogric fatty acids and prostaglandins. So once again, the classification of fatty acid. The fatty acids are classified into four different types. They are straight chain fatty acid, branched chain fatty acid, substituted fatty acid, and cyclic fatty acid. The straight chain fatty acid is classified into again two types, that is saturated fatty acid and unsaturated fatty acid. The saturated fatty acid is again of two types, that is even chain fatty acids and odd chain fatty acid. The example for even chain fatty acid is palmitic acid and stearic acid. An example for odd carbon fatty acid is propionic acid. Then unsaturated fatty acid is also of two types, that is monounsaturated or monoenoic fatty acid and polyunsaturated fatty acid or polyenoic fatty acid. The example for monoenoic or monounsaturated fatty acid is oleic acid, and the example for polyunsaturated or polyenoic fatty acid are linoleic acid, linolenic acid, and arachidonic acid. And the examples for branched chain fatty acid is isovaleric acid, isobutyric acid. An example for substituted fatty acid is lactic acid, cerebronic acid, oxynervonic acid. And the example for cyclic fatty acid are chalmogric acid and prostaglandins. Then functions of fatty acids. They serve as the building blocks of phospholipids and glycolipids and components of membranes. Fatty acid derivatives serve as hormones like prostaglandins. Fatty acid serves as a major fuel for most cells. The numbering of fatty acid carbon atoms. So carbon atoms of the fatty acid are numbered starting at carboxy terminal end. The carbon atom 2 and 3 are referred to as alpha carbon and beta carbon respectively. The methyl carbon atom at the distal end of the chain is called as omega carbon atom. So the numbering of the carbon atom starts at carboxyl terminal end, and next to the carboxy terminal end, that is second carbon and third carbon, are referred to as alpha carbon atom and beta carbon atom respectively. And the methyl terminal end or methyl terminal end of the fatty acid, the methyl carbon atom at the distal end of the fatty acid chain is called as omega carbon. Then representation of double bonds of fatty acid. So there are two types of representation, that is C system and omega or N system. So let us see the C system. What is the C system? The C1 being the carboxyl carbon, the position of double bond is represented by the symbol delta followed by superscript number. Oleic acid is a C18 fatty acid with one double bond between carbon number 9 and 10 and is represented as C18-1 and delta 9. So this means what? C is the number of carbon atoms. So the number of carbon atoms in the oleic acid is 18, and there is one double bond present in this oleic acid, and it is located at carbon 9 and 10. So delta 9 means it is located at in between the carbon atom 9 and 10. So this is how the C system can be read. So C1 being the carboxyl carbon, the position of the double bond is represented by the symbol delta followed by the superscript number. So oleic acid is a C18 fatty acid with one double bond between the carbon number 9 and 10, and is represented as C18 1 delta 9, where 18 is the number of carbon atoms, that is 18 numbered carbon atom, that is oleic acid is 18 carbon oleic acid, and the number of double bonds present in the oleic acid is 1. So it is mono unsaturated fatty acid, and the double bond is located at carbon carbon 9, hence it is called as delta 9. Then the next one is omega or N system. So the carbon of the terminal methyl group of fatty acid is referred to as omega. The oleic acid is denoted as C18 1 and omega 9. So here it represented that it is read as the oleic acid is the 18 carbon chain fatty acid, and there is one double bond which is located at omega 9. So omega 9 represents the double bond position which is found between the 9th and 10th carbon atom from the omega terminal end, or the omega carbon. This method is widely used by the nutritionist. Naturally occurring unsaturated fatty acids belong to omega 9, omega 6 and omega 3 series, and the omega 9 series, the example for omega 9 series fatty acid is oleic acid, and the example for omega 6 series fatty acid is linoleic acid and arachidonic acid, and the example for omega 3 fatty acid is linolenic acid. So this is how you can see the C system and omega system. So there is a comparison between the C system and the omega system, where the linolenic acid is taken as the example. So it is a 18 carbon fatty acid which consists of 3 double bonds. So they are located at delta 9, 12 and 15. That means they are located at carbon 9, 12 and 15 in C system. And the same thing, the linolenic acid, according to omega system, it can be read as C18 and 3 and omega 3. So they belong to omega 3 type of fatty acid, linolenic acid. So you can see the first double bond from the omega end is 3, hence it is called as omega 3 fatty acid, that is linolenic acid. So there is another example or comparison between the linoleic acid and linolenic acid for C system and omega system. So here linoleic acid is also a 18 carbon fatty acid, and it consists of 2 double bonds. So they are located at delta 9 and 12, that means the carbon atom 9 and 12. So in that diagram it is mentioned as 3, but it is wrong, so it is 2. So linoleic acid consists of it is a polyunsaturated fatty acid with 2 double bonds, that is located at delta 9 and 12, that is C9 carbon 9 and carbon 12 according to the C system. And linoleic acid according to omega system, so it is also the 18 carbon containing fatty acid with 2 double bonds, and the first double bond is located on the omega 6th carbon from the omega terminal end. So it belongs to omega 6 series of fatty acid. So here it is the representation of double bonds of unsaturated fatty acids according to C system and omega system. So here is the classification of fatty acids with examples, omega classification of fatty acid. So omega 3 series fatty acid consists of alpha linolenic acid, timnodonic acid and cervonic acid, and omega 6 series of fatty acids are linoleic acid and linolenic acid, gamma linolenic acid and arachidonic acid. So omega 6 series. And omega 9 series of fatty acid consists of oleic acid and aleadic acid. So omega classification of fatty acids with examples: omega 3 series alpha linolenic acid, timnodonic acid, cervonic acid, and omega 6 series fatty acid examples linoleic acid, gamma linolenic acid, arachidonic acid, and omega 9 series example are oleic acid and elatic acid. Then essential fatty acid. What do you mean by the essential fatty acid? It is an important question, exam point of view. So here the fatty acids that are required for optimal health and which cannot be synthesized by the body and should be supplied through diet is called as essential fatty acid. It can be simplified as the fatty acids which cannot be produced by the body and has to be supplied through diet are known as essential fatty acid. So there are two essential fatty acid and one semi-essential fatty acid mainly. So they are linoleic acid and linolenic acid, and arachidonic acid is a semi-essential fatty acid. So linoleic acid consists of two double bonds. It is an 18 carbon fatty acid, consists of two double bonds located at carbon 9 and 12. Linolenic acid is also an 18 carbon fatty acid consisting of three double bonds located at carbon 9, 12 and 15. And arachidonic acid is a semi-essential fatty acid containing 20 carbon atoms and 4 double bonds located at carbon 5, 8, 11 and 14. So essential fatty acids that are required by humans but are not synthesized in the body and hence need to be supplied in diet are known as essential fatty acid. And the two essential fatty acids are linoleic acid and linolenic acid, and they both contain 18 carbon atoms. The linoleic acid consists of two double bonds located at carbon 9 and 12. Linolenic acid consists of three double bonds located at carbon 9, 12 and 15. Arachidonic acid is considered as semi-essential since it can be synthesized from linoleic acid. So they both belong to omega 6 series. So here arachidonic acid consists of 20 carbon atoms and 4 double bonds which are located at carbon 5, 8, 11 and 14. Only linoleic acid and linolenic acid are essential because the human lack the enzymes that can introduce the double bonds beyond the 9th carbon atom. So as the human being lacks the enzyme which can introduce the double bonds beyond the 9th carbon atom, so then they have to be taken in diet. Hence the linoleic acid and linolenic acid are considered as the essential fatty acids and has to be taken in diet. So here is the structure of stearic acid, which is a saturated fatty acid, and second one is the structure of oleic acid, which is a mono unsaturated fatty acid, and the next two are the structures of linoleic acid and linolenic acid, which comes under polyunsaturated fatty acid. So saturated fatty acid, mono unsaturated fatty acid and polyunsaturated fatty acids. So unsaturated fatty acids are of two types, that is mono unsaturated fatty acids and polyunsaturated fatty acids. The mono unsaturated fatty acid examples are palmitoleic acid and oleic acid. So palmitoleic acid has 16 carbons and the double bond is located, there is one double bond and located at carbon 9. The oleic acid is also contains 18 carbon atoms and there is one double bond which is located at carbon 9. And the polyunsaturated fatty acids are linoleic acid, linolenic acid, arachidonic acid and timnodonic acid. So here the linoleic acid consists of 18 carbons and the number of double bonds are 2 and located at carbon 9 and 12. And linolenic acid also contains 18 carbon, it is also 18 carbon fatty acid and there are 3 double bonds located at carbon 9, 12 and 15. And arachidonic fatty acid consists of 20 carbon atoms and 4 double bonds which are located at 5, 8, 11 and 14. And timnodonic acid consists of 20 carbon atoms and 5 double bonds located at 5, 8, 11, 14 and 17. So these are the unsaturated fatty acids. Then dietary sources of fatty acids. What are the dietary sources of this fatty acid which you are studying? So vegetable oils are the richest source of these fatty acids, and oils which are rich in saturated fatty acid is palm oil, coconut oil, and ghee. Oils which are rich in monounsaturated fatty acid is groundnut oil, gingerly oil, mustard oil, and sesame oil. And oils which are rich in polyunsaturated fatty acids are sunflower oil, cottonseed oil, safflower oil, rice bran oil, soybean oil, linseed oil, and corn oil. So, saturated fat is present in palm oil, coconut oil, and ghee, which are not good for health. And monounsaturated fatty acids are present in groundnut oil, gingerly oil, mustard oil, and sesame oil. And polyunsaturated fat is present in, which is very good for health, is present in sunflower oil, cottonseed oil, safflower oil, rice bran oil, soybean oil, linseed oil, and corn oil, etc. So, what is the heart disease and what are the risks? What factors increases the risk? The cardiovascular disease is the number one killer in adults. So, it is mainly due to the deposition of fat and cholesterol. So, if there is more saturated fat taken in the diet, there are more chances of this saturated fat that may get converted into cholesterol or directly get deposited, accumulates in the artery. And due to this, there is narrowing of artery, and due to the narrowing of artery, the blood flow is decreased or impeded, and due to the decreased blood flow, there is decrease in oxygen and nutrient supply to the target organs or target parts of the heart. So, due to the decrease in oxygen and nutrient supply, which is not enough oxygen to the heart, there is a chest pain observed, which may be the reason for myocardial infarction. You can see here the normal artery, and there is a normal blood flow, and due to the and on the right side you can see that the plaque formation. So the plaque is due to the accumulation of substances like saturated fat, cholesterol, etc. on the walls of the artery, and due to this there is thickening and hardening of arteries, that is called as atherosclerosis. So atherosclerosis can be defined as thickening or hardening of arteries and the loss of elastic property of artery due to the deposition of fat on the walls of the artery, and due to this there is restricted blood flow and may cause the hypertension or may cause decreased supply of nutrients and oxygen to the concerned part of the body, and due to which there may be pain in the heart or MI, and may be responsible for MI, myocardial infarction. And to decrease this excess of LDL cholesterol and saturated fat, so there should be changes. That the changes are dietary changes and lifestyle changes. So in the dietary changes, the saturated fat, trans fat, and dietary cholesterol should be decreased in the diet. So they should be avoided, or they should be decreased to the minimum to avoid the above mentioned complication. And there should be increase in soluble fiber rich food and plant based diet, so that it helps in decreasing in the deposition of fat on the walls of the artery. And the lifestyle changes should be that the excess body weight should be decreased, and it should be decreased by following the dietary restrictions, and also increasing the exercise. Daily workout, daily exercise should be increased to overcome the above mentioned disorder. Then functions of essential fatty acids. They are synthesis of eicosanoids, they are prostaglandins, thromboxanes, and leukotrienes, and maintenance of structural integrity. Development of retina and brain. Docosahexaenoic acid synthesized from linolenic acid is needed for the development of brain and retina during neonatal period. Then it acts as a skin protector. Essential fatty acid helps to maintain the skin impermeable to water. Then it acts as anti-arthrogenic effect. The essential fatty acid increases esterification and excretion of cholesterol, thereby lowering the serum cholesterol levels. So deficiency of essential fatty acid. What happens due to the deficiency of essential fatty acids? The deficiency of essential fatty acids is characterized by the scaly skin, eczema in children, loss of hair, and poor wound healing. And impaired lipid transport and fatty liver may also occur due to the deficiency of essential fatty acid, and decreases efficiency of biological oxidation. So this completes today's topic.